Yo, 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 yo. You rocking with the freshest, the Kruze review. I'm Dr. Rotten Applesauce.
And TP, man, yeah. You always get me with the new with the new labels, you know.
Straight up and down, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's no way to start it off, man. Let me do a little back view rendition to show where we about to go.
Some cool shit for the king's anthology. And when I'm done, don't expect no apology. Stupid motherfuckers should have stepped when I warned them. I'm from the boondocks of Compton, California. I'm just anxious to whoop some ass. I went, I bet you won't run up.
Yeah.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Things are different when you're out with your buddies.
Where my mind?
It's a full-time jack move. Chili kill yo, homie, make the track move. And I back it back. You say, what, yeah, what? Give it to you, but what you gon' do with it? I can give it to you, but what you gon' do? I can give it to you, but what you gon' do with it? I can get when I'm in that.
I already know what y'all thinking. 4 Hour Fly should have been a DJ. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? I should have been on it a long time ago, but it's coming. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? On the real. That's just to give y'all a preview of where we about to go. Cause, you know what I'm saying? I know it was said by 3 Stacks. The South got something to say. You know what I'm saying? But the West Coast got something to say. I said this a couple reviews before. I give it about 2 years before the West take back over. I guess y'all thought I was just saying that. You know what I'm saying? But this album that we about to review, you know, reminds me of a West Coast rendition of Mobb Deep. Mobb Deeper. Might be an album title right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm always in my A&R bag. When I'm not in my A&R bag, I'm in my A&R bag. Comes naturally. So is bro. But, you know, I say that because it has the same kind of ingredients as Mobb Deep. You know, having P, throwing in, you know, a little Noid in there, you know what I'm saying? Here and there on some songs, you know, Noid might creep in. You might hear, you know, Infamous Mob creep in, you know what I'm saying? The affiliations, Aguilar, you know, a lot of affiliations. That's why I say that. You know, this right here, in my opinion, probably is, you know, the best, probably under the radar album in 2-3. Not just lyrically, but, you know, sonically, you know, the way the production sounds, the cadence, everything is on the up and up with this. You know, I already gave y'all kind of a clue because I mentioned, you know, the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast still to this day gets overlooked as far as MCing goes. You know, I started the music off in the way that I did for a reason, because it's one West Coast MC that gets overlooked when it comes to MCing, period. Not just for, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast, not just for California, for MCing, period. I started it off with King T. You know what I'm saying? Even before I played NWA, I started it off with King T, because King T doesn't get, you know what I'm saying, his flowers like he should get. You know, people always allude to, you know, NWA, but King T came before NWA if you do your research. You know what I'm saying? King T should get his flowers, and people should, you know, really, you know, give King T his props, because he's single-handedly, you know, and just honestly hands-on when it comes to putting a lot of MCs in the game, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? That's from back in the day to, you know, the 90s, and, you know what I'm saying, even the 2000s, all the way up until, you know, 2-3, single-handedly. He's responsible. He's even responsible for one of the greatest MCs on the East Coast. If you listen to King T's flow, you'll soon understand where Biggie got his flow from. Biggie even said it in a couple interviews, you know what I'm saying? So that's just to go to say, you know, a lot of people, you know, still on that East Coast, West Coast. Then, you know, the East Coast don't give West Coast props. That's the biggest flower that's ever been given from New York City, for one of the greatest MCs from New York City to allude to a West Coast MC where he got his style from. You know what I'm saying? So that right there shows you. But there's a lot of MCs on the West Coast, you know, that can go toe-to-toe with anybody. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them I just played, you know, we talking about from Cube to, you know, MC8, DJ Quick,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? E40's 1-2, you know, all the way to Planet Asia, to, you know, Catastrophe, J-Roll, you know, all speaking about the licks who King T put on. Exhibit, Corrupt,
Raz Cash.
You know what I'm saying? Ice-T. You know, a lot of West Coast MCs have a lot of East Coast affiliations, but, you know, they still West Coast MCs. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget Snoop. Can't forget Drake. Can't forget MC Ren. You know, we can go on and on, you know, about it. I just wanted to mention them names because all of those names are prolific in what we about to play right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for my part. I just had to end that, you know, like that. Bro, what you got to add to it?
Well, I'm going to go and tell them who it is.
Yeah.
We rocking with 211 and your boy TF, man.
Yeah.
Album, Skanless 4.
Yeah. Featuring, I mentioned, you know, it kind of reminds me of a, you know, a Mobb Deep kind of, you know, affiliation because, you know, he comes in on some cuts.
You talking about Jay Worthy?
Exactly.
Yeah, you talking about Jay
You know,
Worthy.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got that kind of Noid, you know, kind of affiliation with some of the, you know, the Mob songs or whatever, you know, on the real. But yeah, you know, you heard it first from bro right there. That's what we rocking with.
Yeah, that's what we rocking with. You know, just a little bit about this artist. You know, I know y'all know 211. Used to be down with CTE and Jeezy. Of course, you know, coming from Inglewood, you know, blood affiliation. And you got TF, you know, coming out of, I don't know exactly what part. You know, I know he's one of Schoolboy's Q boys or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, I know he's coming out of Hoover set. But this is very unique in the collaboration because you got two MCs from different sections of California. Well, I won't say California, different sections of Los Angeles.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Coming together, you know, and it's bridging the gap and it's dispelling those rumors that certain hoods and certain rappers in the city can come together and make some dope music.
Absolutely.
You know, without the so-called gang affiliations and this, that, you know, messing everything up. So I just want to throw that in there too, because that's something, you know, we need to highlight too, that you know, it's very unique that two cats can come together that's from, you know, I don't know if there's any drama with their situations, you know, talking about different hoods or whatever, but you know, it's very unique, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we gonna get into this album, man. It's called Skanless 4.
Yeah.
I think this is maybe they 4th project.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into it with the K7.
We'll come back. We're gonna start this off with a track called Pill Form featuring Rome Streets.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Niggas unfriendly, this a kill zone. Homies hitting hoes on the same block they doing drills on. Free promotion, put my album on the billboard. Used to cross state line with Fetty Wap and Pill Form. No symptoms, but I keep prescriptions. I was smelling hella pints, nigga, overnight to Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think nobody ever heard 211 spit like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I first heard this record, I was trying to remember back then how he was, but you know, to me, he done elevated.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that verse was a hard verse.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis chain glistening, blinding bitches from a distance. I'm like Tommy Davidson on Martin. Did you miss me? Let my life risky, made history, niggas.
And it probably came as a surprise to everybody too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The production on it definitely reminds me of the licks.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can hear like Taz and J-Ro on the beat.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Spitting. You know, the Liquid Crew. Then, man, you know, TF. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been knowing TF since, what's that track on that Blank Face album that, you know, everybody know with the video.
Might go down for this check, nigga. I might die for this set, nigga.
And them in jail and, you know, doing it up like that. But, you know, I've been knowing TF since that. So, I think TF came, you know what I'm saying, came dope too.
Highest level, this my kill form. Or rhyme on peel form, stillborn. I used to question what I live for.
I think the chemistry really, I think TF made 211 better. You know what I'm saying?
Then come back to that.
Then also why TF the way he is, because you know his affiliation with Schoolboy Q.
Absolutely.
And you know, I'm pretty sure he been around Kendrick and Ab-Soul and, you know what I'm saying, J-Rock and everybody over TDE. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he been around that camp. So, you know, sometimes your association rubs off on you. You know, you're around spitters. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna eventually become a spitter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this track, man, I would give it, starting out, I forgot about the Rome. Well, y'all already know what Rome Streets do.
Yeah.
In and out is still drawn. Cotta got the narcotic and crystal and pill form. On the road before this rapping shit, I was for real touring.
I ain't even gotta go into, you know, Rome Streets. You know, Rome Streets did his thing like he always do. Starting out, I give it a 8.8 starting out. This was a hard record.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was hard, man. I have to kind of switch up my wording. But the word that I would go for would be refreshing. This is very refreshing. You mentioned something as far as 211 and TF. You know, you feel like what would you say? 211 made TF better?
Nah, TF
made 211 better. Because where you started from. That kind of reminds me, like I said, starting off with having P. If you listen to P's book, P speaks about, and I'm talking about Prodigy, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Prodigy spoke about how he wasn't too much of a great MC starting off. He had a little song he did with I think on the what was it, Boys in the Hood soundtrack, I believe.
Yeah,
he had a deal.
Like that, yeah.
But he really didn't come out of his shell until he met Hav. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, Hav took him to then, you know what I'm saying, he was the intelligent hoodlum or whatever, but he took him to Tragedy, Gaddafi. Traj wasn't feeling P. Traj told Hav, he's like, man, I think you might be better off Dolo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess Hav, saw something in P and, stuck with it. Years later, came back and, I guess he brought a song to Traj, and Traj was like, yo, who's that spitting it first? And Hav told him, that's P, that's who, I bought before. And he didn't believe him because he thought he was somebody else. That kind of reminded me of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of the background that, 211 has with Jeezy and all of that. I mean, you heard the West Coast kind of, flow to him, but it really wasn't, I don't know, to me it really wasn't as thick as it is now. I think him being with Jeezy, I think it kind of took him out of his element. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, when you take a animal or whatever, you take them out of their element, they not really the same animal. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see animal at circus or whatever, like they still an animal, but they not, you know what I'm saying? That right. Wild kind of, how they would be in their elements, kind of like the same thing. So, man, starting off with this pill form, man, it was refreshing to me because me as a person, and I'm not taking anything away from bro either, because, we kind of one and the same when it comes to it as well. That's what, really made us great friends of one another, you know what I'm saying? Because we had a natural love. We always had a natural love for West Coast music and West Coast MCs. I don't think, it might have been a few cats that was, hung around us, but it really wasn't too many people that we hung around that really felt, as far as MCing. You know what I'm saying? West Coast MCing that we felt. There's a difference, just like it's a difference in music, and people don't want to allude to that, as well. There's a difference, just like New York or music in general. You got rappers. There's a difference between rappers and MCs. And West Coast, they don't get a lot of light shine on that either. People, just want to, stay in one. They want to put everybody in the same category. And that's where a lot of stuff gets mixed up at. And that's why a lot of people get left out because of that. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast is two different categories. You got rappers or whatever. You can't put Planet Asia in the same category as Coolio. And I'm not taking anything away from Coolio, Young MC, people like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are rappers, and they did great for what they did, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, but Planet Asia, he's a whole different figure when it comes to MCing. So you have to separate the two. So, you know, with this record right here, man, was really refreshing, because this is what fans of West Coast MCing, this record is the record that they needed. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna say they, we needed. You know, because all of the records I played before, this is what took me back to all of that, man. This really made me wanna, you know, made me want to do my, you know, my Crip walk on. Made me want to go get some Converse, you know, or better yet, some Pro Keds. Yeah, I know, I had me some Pro Keds, you know what I'm saying? On the real, when Snoop came out, I stepped right out of my Adidas and went and got me some Pro. I made my brother go get me some Pro Keds, you know what I'm saying? I wanted some real West Coasters, you know, straight up. You know, so when you a fan of something and somebody can, you know, take you out of your element and put you in their element, you know it's strong, man. So, you know, this record starting off, bro gave it an 8.8. I gotta go tad bit higher than that, man, because of the way it made me feel. I'm gonna go with a 9.1. I'm gonna go with a 9.1 starting off, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know who produced the record, but even the production, bro mentioned, you know, it sounds like a licks kind of production, and it does. I can hear the licks all over it. It kind of reminded me of more of a Battle Cat mixed with a little bit of Have too. I don't know. It's just something about it. But, you know, everything about it was refreshing. Straight up. So we're going to get into this number 2 track, which is
Special Sauce featuring Rock Marciano.
You was never down for war crimes. You were never in attendance when it's wartime absent. The big difference is we are not the same. How these niggas commentating and never played the game.
Yeah, man, that was the truth right there. He really brought it on that one.
Yeah.
Fake love, rich sex, fast money. I trade content for stream checks with no budget, nigga.
Before you start, I got, because I forgot to mention on the last record, man, this album probably got some of the best quotes for social media pictures, man. I gotta take a picture, man. I gotta find me a fit first, man, for the pulling Santana strings. But the quote on this record, what he said, you know, you ain't even got a passport.
Yeah.
You ain't even got your passport. Talking about this the best pussy in the world. Crazy.
How about you got the best pussy, but you ain't got a passport? Yeah, I was just about to get into that. That was a real line.
That
right
was
there.
a real line, man. Like I said, I ain't want to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, the production, man, is definitely Rock's right there. You know what I'm saying? That's what Rock is known for. You know what I'm saying? That real dirty, underground sound right there, man.
Niggas in the game foul, I got a gangster style. My day one say Rock, you always make us proud.
TF verse, you know, the way he ended that out.
Yeah.
That was hard body too, the way he ended.
In the world, I done gang slid the Autobahn. You only seen the auto zone down the street from Autobahn. Killer.
Just an ill record, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, very, very thorough to point out too, didn't have a chorus. You know, didn't have a chorus, but you know, it gelled well, didn't need one.
Very much so.
Me myself, I get this record about 8.7. 8.6, 8.7.
One thing about this record that I will mention, and I believe, and you know, this is not to take nothing away from the rappers or MCs that, you know, live on the West Coast and represent the West Coast, but I truly believe that this record right here and this album alone is going to be responsible for changing the way that West Coast MCs rhyme. I believe it's gonna be a big difference in the future. You know, moving forward. Not just with so much of the rhyming, but the way that the production is. Cause let's just be honest, West Coast got some of the best production. They got some of the best producers. They got the best producer. You know, a lot of people don't want to allude to, you know, Dre. You know, but you know, you got to be somewhere in there as far as, you know, the top 5 somewhere. If you really know your stuff. You know, some people allude to Premier, which is, you know, don't take nothing away either, but, you know, as far as regions, Premier, you know, he pretty much came up on the East, but he wasn't born that, you know, he represents kind of both of them, you know, Houston or whatever, Brooklyn. So, you know, like I said, regardless of what you know, your choice is being, you know, or whatever, Dre gotta be somewhere in there. It gotta be some West Coast producer within your, you know, your hearing, if you really know, you know your stuff. That's all I'm saying. But this is a great record, man. Like bro pointed out, you know, Rock did the production. Rock's production stays dirty, and Rock is not regional. Griselda's not regional. You gotta give Griselda props for not just being one base, because, you know, back in the day, Death Row pretty much was one base. Bad Boy pretty much was one base. It was a time, you know, with Pac, you know, wanted to start Death Row East. It never happened. But, you know what I'm saying, it's still, to this day, the music and stuff, you know, still kind of one base. Or whatever. The difference between then and now, you know, Griselda is not one base. You know, even with the artists, you don't really know where they from, because they can do records with anybody from the West, from the South, you know what I'm saying, overseas with, you know, what's his name? Riggs, I believe his name is, from London, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this is a good record, man. I have to go within the same way I did with the first one. I have to go with a 9.1 again.
Yeah.
Just with, you know, the production and everything, man. Everything was a smash. So we're gonna get into this number 3 record called Connected. Let's get it, bro.
Yeah, featuring Kruze.
I cross the mountains, put a K. The South Central LA. I'm right back taking safes if this rap don't pay. Channel 5 took the shakes on a high-speed chase.
Definitely, that was definitely an NWA influence record to me. You know what I'm saying? The production alone.
Yeah.
You know, NWA and what's 187 them. You know.
You said 187?
We you know, the code 187.
Oh yeah. The kill code.
Yeah.
Police code.
Well, now the rapper producer.
Oh, okay,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Okay. I
You
know
know
where you was going with that. Okay.
What was that old group he was in? It wasn't Compton Most Wanted, but no, I forgot. But yeah, I know he worked on Dre's last project, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this was just, to me, you know, this record was just paying an ode to the old school. You know what I'm saying? The old school gangster rap.
Yeah.
You know, they was just kind of paying homage to it. I ain't got really too much to go into it. I think that's just what they was doing.
Yeah.
You know, affiliation on it. You know, making it real West Coast. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I give this record about an 8.5, 8.6.
Okay. This caught my attention, and I gotta mention this as well before I start off with what I'm gonna say. I had to play that, man. I had to play that joint because, you know, when I heard it come in, I was like, oh, they did the Natural Born Killers, dope.
Bitch right now is a snowfall Louis. Louisville slugger, that's a shotgun, stupid grand slams with this bitch, or I might go rogue, killer.
Yeah. Shout out to TF for the Louisville Slugger reference.
But when they added that extra bass to the track, whoever produced this track, man, it just made it even more doper. You know, this is dope. This is great for the West Coast. The West Coast needed that, man. And I believe even the seasoned MCs like, you know, Cube and Snoop, Too Short, E40, you know, MC8, DJ Quick, you know, all of them was probably if they heard this record, I know they proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Because even they need, you know, to be represented in a way for these new MCs, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear that, you know, that people are proud and, you know, where they come from, and just to give them something, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, to gig to, man. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? To do something like that. I'm not gonna go into detail too much as far as, you know, the record and the verses. Everything was up and up. I have to give it a 9.1 again, straight up. Yeah, man.
Yeah, number 4, we gonna get into Honor the Gift featuring Jay Worthy.
Man, let's go.
Just see a bad bitch, I see a jackpot, a gold mine. Make her walk the blade like the main line. Crossing state lines, I had to compromise. Should I bring some bitches and some choppers, or should I bring some work and this Lil 9? I tried both. Shit ain't
Dope record, man. That was Big Pippin on track. Not the actual Jay-Z record, but just, you know, they was talking they Mac shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They had them good lines on there once again.
Jealous niggas, they disgust me. My name all in your baby mama mouth, she disgusts me. Ain't that deuce? But she could never.
Sound like a track that could have been on Jay Worthy's project.
Absolutely, yep.
You know, yeah, man. The production, it sound like a Rock Marciano record. You know what I'm saying? One of those laid back, smooth, you know, driving down, I don't know, Hollywood Boulevard, whatever street, you know, you know, in LA. But yeah, man, I love the collaboration. To me, this is a solid 9 record for me. Everything just blended well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is real hot top Chuck worthy. You know, this is real palm tree, tall palm tree worthy, you know, up in the sky, you know, open street or whatnot, you know. Real, you know, Dickie suit worthy.
Yeah.
Like a model in the latest of fashion. Turn the blade, do a runway, watch a hoe with a passion. Gas her up one time, bitch, you look like that actress. She know the...
Yeah.
Real blue bandana, red bandana, green black bandana worthy. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Just pure dopeness, man. I really dig this album. This album is one that you can really... What's going on with this dude? Bugs out.
Being an idiot.
This is just something you could put on repeat and, you know, not touch. You just, you know, play and go. We'll say that. That's, you know, that's a new term, play and go. I really enjoy this album, man. It's really cool. Like I said, got a lot of captions, you know, you could use on it or whatever. He said, I ain't never fly, you know, abroad out or pay for no bags. That that had me gassed right there, yo. Straight up. Yeah, it's just pure dopeness, man, altogether. The production, like bro mentioned, was dope too. It really does sound, you know, rock, Marciano infested on it, you know. Who's to say who produced it, but, you know, dopeness. Again, I'm gonna go with a 9.1. You know?
Yeah.
We're gonna step on the neck. So we got this number 5 track.
Python flow.
Yeah.
Enterprise clip. It's that Python flow. Hey, look, I'm trying to make $100 million out of 15 cents and built up my real estate, nigga, brick by brick. I was living off the earnings, nigga, trick by trick. And shit, even streets with no smut to talk shit like this and be the ones that jump shit that probably hate me most.
This record right here takes me back to that West Coast street rap that like artists like Razzcast is known for, you know what I'm saying? Hell, this record actually reminds me of something Razzcast would have done. You know what I'm saying? You know, something else too, man. TF on this record, man, reminds me a whole lot of Nipsey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way
Rodeo Drive, where the Celine at? Try to fall up in that bitch and ski mask. Remember that? Niggas making history. Anybody?
You know what I'm saying? The way that he brought it, and especially that line when he said,
even if I'm Dolo, I'm gonna do it like it's 10 of me. Skanless levels.
Dolo, but I'm gonna do it like it's 10 of me.
Yeah.
That man, that was like, you know what I'm saying? That definitely reminds me of something like Nipsey would say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to take away from TF. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking away from, you know, TF as an artist and just saying, you know, he's comparable to Nip. But yeah, man, definitely. I mean, to me, he is.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's politics, you know, surrounding that because, you know, Nip's from the 60s.
Absolutely.
And TF is from 5-1 Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Trouble.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's up under the Hoover situation. And I know they different areas beef.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe, you know, TF just being out there can somehow, you know, squash this. Well, I guess, yeah, definitely, man, because, you know, we don't need to be, you know, killing each other and doing all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, when Nipsey passed, it was something very significant that happened. They had a parade, and the 8 Trays in the 60s came together for that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that was very significant.
Very much so.
You know, so yeah, but, you know, this record is just one of those lyrical West Coast records, man, and 211 brought it too. You know, to me, 211 didn't slack off one time on this whole project. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he didn't, he kept, I mean, everybody was neck and neck. That's why it makes a great project. Everybody was neck and neck in their performance.
Yeah.
I give this record, man, I go as high as like a 8.7, 8.8. You know, I love the lyrical aspect of the record, man. How you feel?
Yeah, man. I agree with you, man. You know, it really had that West Coast street rap agenda to it for sure. You know, had that the nursery rhyme kind of feel to it with, you know, I do with my baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Yachty, daddy love you. Mwah. You know, she's always doing her nursery rhymes just out the blue, and, you know, she wants somebody to do it along with her, so it's usually me. You know what I'm saying? Or whatnot. She get her mom and, you know, her sister's involved too, or whatever, you know, so. But it was, you know, real cool, man. Something real light and easy. A lot of people think that they gotta put a lot of sauce on these choruses. And as we're seeing with, you know, Griselda, you really don't have to. You know, it could be something just you know, real light like this. It could be, you know, something nursery, something people, you know, could do within the crowd. And then you have to think about your performance as well, not just, you know, your records for the, you know, you do in the studio. You got to think a lot of these records, you know, can be performed. So something like this can easily influence, you know, the crowd, you know, and it doesn't take too much, you know, and that's what you need, because you're going to have different age groups, you know, that's going to be, you know, your crowd members. So this works for everybody, no matter, you know, if you in your 20s, no matter if you know, you're in your 30s, 40s, even your 50s, this works. You know, you got to think about that. So, yeah, I have to go with the 9.1.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we got this number 6 in the mix record. What we got, bro?
Sheila and Remy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get it.
Black margaritas with the mascot. Rookie card worth millions. I'm a vet now. Look, shout out to the homies. I ain't let down. Believed in me. Off the dribble. I'm the best now.
That was just a continuation record. You know, I gotta throw another duo project in there too that, you know, that I kind of forgot about, but it popped in my mind just now. It was a project that Glasses Malone and Mac 10 done together.
Ah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, man. I forgot too. It just popped in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying right now. So I think these two projects are very similar.
Absolutely.
And I think this is the new version of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because being, you know, Glasses, him being a Crip, and Mac 10 being the blood from Inglewood, you know, vice versa, like, you know, just like this project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of the music on that album and this album kind of correlate inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that was a slept on project too for the West Coast.
It was. It still is.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I just had to put that out there. But this record is just a continuation, just to show they range as MCs or whatever, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is like being presented alongside those underground projects, like a 38 Special, you know, Ransom's in there, even Griselda.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Getting to that lyrical aspect, and you know, those that love real spitters that's in the game, you know, minus the drill and the saucy. And the saucy talk, man. So yeah, I give this record, I give it about an 8.5.
Yeah. Really fishing to what you just said, man, about Mac 10 and Malone, you know what I'm saying? Definitely an overlooked collaboration. It's just, you know, it goes back to the first thing I said. It's just refreshing. Every track on here is refreshing for the new age and for the future of the West Coast. That's what I love the most about it, man.
Remy blended the sidecar, Mondrian Sunset Strip, we at the Sky Bar. All these rap niggas be hoes, that's a sidebar. When it comes,
what I love the most about it, man. I can't really, you know, get more into that than just that. It's just, you know, refreshing to hear altogether. It ain't really too much to add. You know, the lyrics on here was, you know, dopeness, and you know, I'm sure 211, you know, gets that Nip reference on a lot. You know, it's probably exhausting to him at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because he's probably not even trying to be. Being that Nip ain't here no more, I just hope that, you know, his references around him don't try to, you know, make it something bigger than what it is. Sort of like, you know, the Action Bronson Ghostface type thing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Hopefully it does the opposite. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, alludes to just representing it in a great way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it alludes to that. But yeah, I think with this record I'll probably go just a step under, maybe like a 8.9, but it's not to take away anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this last record is actually not the last record on the album. We kind of flip-flopped it, but you know, this is our last record, you know. I want to tell them what it is, bro.
The record's called Closer.
Yeah, let's get it.
Featuring the Moon.
Tap dancing, smelling like a lap dance. On the low bar, 30,000 in these sweatpants. Watching out for those who shake hands with left hands.
That was just a laid back, kind of remind me of a Maybach Music type record. You know what I'm saying?
I can see
one
that.
of those, you know, hell, even the Currency, like, you know, light one up.
Yeah, I see that.
Smoke Dizzle or something, you know.
Yeah.
You know, one of those laid back records, man. And with the feature, you know, it's showing their range as artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can get on that too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dope record, man. You know, I liked it. I give it like an 8.6.
Okay. I don't know if the Moon is a separate artist, but she kind of had like a young Sade appeal to her. You know, Janae Aiko kind of, you know, sound to her. You know, they got a lot of females in their family, so she might be one of her sisters. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say? But yeah, it was dope, man. Just a cool out record. I really like the.
Yo, something. I'm attracted to women with ambition and they own money. Ooh, I'm starting to feel a vibe. Get dressed, put that shit on I like. Come take this little ride.
I really like the production on it, man, more than anything, because you know that tone of the record can really get the attention in a lot of ways, man. You can go R&B feel to it. You can go neo soul feel to it.
Yeah.
You can go jazz feel to it.
Yeah.
You know. So even without, you know, the lyrics, this is the kind of record that'll catch, you know, the minds and the attention of those, man, because, you know, it's in all of those pockets, you know, each one. So, you know, really, really dope appeal to it. I don't know, I might go with maybe a 8.6, 8.5, you know, as well on it, you know, but it's not to take away anything, you know, still dope. All together for the album, I might go with the solid 8.9.
Okay.
Yeah, what you say?
Yeah. I'm not too far behind. I'm about, I say about an 8.8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, solid 8.8.
Yeah, I think everything about it, man, is amazing, man. And like I said before, refreshing all together. No takeaways. I love to hear more of these artists all together, man, including more upcoming West Coast artists, you know what I'm saying, in the future, because, you know, like I said, the West Coast definitely got something to say again, you know. And it's great for music, man, because it's not in a competition kind of feel, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To where it's kind of like a battle, so to say. So, you know, it's good nature, man, and it's definitely needed, you know, in this element. Straight up. So yeah, man, good stuff, man, you know, on the real. But nevertheless, you rocking with the fresh. It's the Kruze Review Again, I'm Dr. Rotten Applesauce.
Aunt TP.
We out of here, yo.
Yeah.
Put the guns down.